I'm Jackie. Welcome to Yoga with Shepherd Street Yoga. Glad you're joining us today. Yoga is more important than ever right now, so enjoy the next 30 minutes. We're going to focus on shoulders and back bending poses in this particular class. So when you're ready, let's center ourselves. So sit up nice and tall. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Allow your eyes to softly close, or you can gaze at the floor in front of you, but without focusing. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Exhale it through your nose. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, feel how you're starting to relax. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale this time, be really grateful that you're doing some yoga today. It's considered self-care. So for a few moments, just focus on your breath. Try to release any thoughts. And for a pranayama practice today, let's just do a relaxing breath. It comes in really handy. So when you're ready, after you empty your lungs of air, just breathe in for an even count. And exhale for double that count. So for example, if you're breathing in for 4, you'll exhale for 8. Continue that pranayama practice for the next few moments. And then after your next exhalation, just return to your normal breath and let it just occur naturally. Focus on your breath for just a few moments. And then on your next exhalation, tilt your head down, release your chin toward your chest. Slowly open your eyes. And when you're ready, lift your head and your gaze. And let's change our leg cross. So adjusting your sit bones, feel them really settling down into whatever you're sitting on, and drop your fingers to the earth. Engage your abdominals gently, relax your shoulders. As you inhale, sweep up. And as you exhale, lower down. And you'll notice that if you pause between your inhalation or your exhalation, your hands will just stay where they are. But just move with your breath. Nice deep breath. And the next time your hands are overhead, let's connect our palms. As you exhale, bring your thumbs to your heart center. Tilt your head down, let your back bow back. Gently pull your navel toward your lower back. Press your palms together. Feel your shoulder blades release gently away from each other. And continue to breathe. And on an inhalation, come up. And let's place our fingers on our shoulders and do a few nice big elbow circles. So we're focusing on shoulders, and we're going to do some back bending poses today. So let's prepare. Reverse the direction. And release. Drop the right hand to the mat. Bring the left arm into the shoulder and lift it overhead. When you're ready, gently tilt out to the right. Sit bones stay grounded. You can gaze at your right hand. You can look straight ahead, or you can look underneath that armpit. So find which direction it feels best to gaze. And just keep your gaze steady. Nice deep breaths. Then on your next inhalation, let that left hand sort of lift you up. Drop the left hand to the mat, reach forward with the right arm, bring the arm into the shoulder socket, lift it overhead, and when you're ready, tilt to the left. Shoulders face forward, sit bones stay grounded. Gaze again, wherever it feels best. Nice deep breaths. And on an inhalation, let that hand lift you up. Place your hands on your knees and let's do a few torso circles. So, whatever diameter feels good. You might want to start out small and get larger, but just listen to your body. And reverse directions. And come to center. Let's come into Omega. So take your feet a little bit apart, a little away from you, a little bit apart. Adjust your sit bones if you need to. Sit up nice and tall. So sit bones root down so the crown of your head can rise up. You're going to fold at the hip crease and gently release your torso forward. Now you can place your hands on your feet, you can place them on the floor. Some people like to hold their elbows. Check that your chin is in neutral. Shoulders are relaxing away from your ears. Navel is gently pulling back toward your lower back. Nice deep breaths. Then on your next inhalation, head and shoulders come up as one unit, and let's move into hero pose. So coming onto your mat, bring your knees as close together as is comfortable, walk your feet out to the side, and if you'd like, iron your calves back toward your heels, and bring your sit bones to rest on something. Of course, you can use a block and a blanket, but if this is not your pose, just sit in Sukhasana, that's fine. Let's bring our arms to cactus. Let's bring the right arm in front of our nose, sweep the left underneath for eagle arms. You can rest the backs of your hands or clasp your palms. Bring your elbows to shoulder level, forearms perpendicular to the ceiling. And chin can be level with the earth, or if you'd like a neck stretch, gently release your chin to your chest. Continue to breathe. Then, if you've dropped your chin, lift it level, release. Hands to your thighs, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Take a nice deep breath. So let's change sides. Back to cactus arms. Left arm in front, right sweeps underneath. Back of your hands or double grab. Elbows at shoulder level, forearms perpendicular to the ceiling. And if you'd like, release your chin towards your chest. Nice deep breaths. And on an inhalation, lift your chin if you've released, roll your shoulders, hands to your thighs, relax, let your shoulders away from your ears. So now let's interlace our fingers behind us. And if you can, do your second favorite interlace. So the unusual feeling index finger on the top. Sit up nice and tall. Bring the back of the left hand to rest at your right waist. Now with the right hand, gently pull those left fingertips forward. You're going to feel a little awakening here in the front of the shoulder. Continue to breathe. Then reverse, take the back of the right hand to the left waist, and with the left hand, gently pull the right fingers forward. Nice deep breaths. And release. Let's take the right hand and rest your palm on your back. Let the left hand rest on the right elbow. And it's not even not really any pressure, it's just the weight of that left hand. You're going to feel a stretch here. Nice deep breaths. And then release. Take the left hand to your back and let the right hand rest on that left elbow. Nice deep breaths. Then come into full plank. So walk onto the mat. Hands will be beneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. And you're going to take one foot back. Now your legs have been bent a while, so go slowly. Place your toes and the ball of your foot on the earth. And gently press out through that heel. Lift the back of the knee. Let your tailbone relax toward the mat. Pull your abs in and relax your shoulders. And when you're ready, step your other foot back. So we're in a nice straight line from our heels to the crown of our head. But we're in a straight line, even though it's diagonal. Nice deep breaths. So of course, while you're in plank, if you want, you can do all sorts of things. You can lift one foot off the earth. Take a couple of breaths, release. Lift the other foot. Abs are engaged, tailbone is relaxed. Release. Let's drop our knees to the mat, bring ourselves into table, and we'll do a few cat and cows. So as you exhale, tuck your tailbone, arch your back, drop your head, gaze back. Then as you inhale, tailbone will curl, back will be like a hammock, and you'll gaze forward. Listen to your neck. Find your range of motion. Move with your breath. And then after your next exhalation, we're going to stop in a flat back. We're going to find our block and we're going to move into Parigasana, gate pose. So come to kneeling on the middle of your mat. Step your right foot out. Now, line your heel up with your knee, so you don't let your foot forward or back. Toes can be on the earth, toes can be lifted, or knee can be bent. Place your block behind that right calf. Reach out, bring the arms into the shoulder, take them out to the side. Relax your tailbone, engage your abs, relax your shoulders. Drop that right hand to the block, turn your left palm up, sweep up and over. Now, you can gaze underneath the left armpit, you can look straight ahead, or if you'd like, you can look at your right toes. Continue to breathe. And on your next inhalation, let the left hand lift you up, bring your block, place it just beneath your left shoulder, and when you're ready, sweep the right hand to the sky and let it float to a place back behind you. Very gentle back bend. Tailbone is relaxed, abs are engaged, shoulders are relaxed, and you can gaze wherever it feels best. Nice deep breaths. And on an inhalation, let that hand lift you up. Bring the right leg in and let's step the left leg out. Line the heel up with the knee, place the block behind your left calf, and arms come into the shoulder sockets and level with the earth. Place the left hand on your block, turn your right palm up, and sweep it up and over. Gaze wherever it feels best. Continue to breathe. And on an inhalation, let that hand lift you up. Bring that left leg in, and I'm going to turn my back to you. We're going to do a few ustrasanas, a few camel poses. So first variation, we're going to place the block outside our right ankle. Now, using either your thumbs or your palms, you're going to iron your sacrum toward the earth. Float your heart toward the ceiling. Place that right hand on the block. Reach forward with the left arm, bring it into the shoulder and lift it overhead. So you can gaze straight forward, you can look at the ceiling, or if you'd like, you can turn to look at this right hand. Nice deep breaths. On an inhalation, lift up to come out. Change your block to be outside the left ankle. Hands back to the sacrum. Of course, if you feel like you want to wiggle, please do. Iron your sacrum down, float your heart up. Find where it feels best to gaze. Place that left hand on your block. Bring the right arm into the shoulder and overhead. Continue to breathe. Then on an inhalation, lift up to come out, and you can place your block aside. And let's just keep our hands on our sacrum or at our waist for the next variation. Iron your sacrum down, float your heart up, and continue to breathe. Tailbone is releasing, abs are gently engaged, hips are moving forward, shoulders are relaxed. Nice deep breaths. And then on an inhalation, inhale to come out and wiggle if you'd like. So one more variation. You can keep your hands at your waist. If you have two blocks, you can place them beside your ankles. You can tuck your toes, or if you're really flexible, you can flatten your feet. So for me, I think I will tuck my toes today. Iron your sacrum down, float your heart toward the ceiling. Place your hands wherever you would like for your camel pose. Continue to breathe. Then on an inhalation, lift up to come out. And let's come into Dandasana, seated forward, and shake it out. So moving into Marichyasana 3, let's take that left foot and step it over the right leg. Hug that leg with the right arm and let the left fingertips rest behind. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, we're going to turn in thirds. As you exhale, let your lowest ribs turn. Inhale, lengthen. Mid-ribs will turn. Inhale, lengthen. This time, shoulders and head will revolve. Head is the last thing to move. Sitting up nice and tall, think about lengthening your spine. Nice deep breaths. Then on an inhalation, let yourself unwind. Straighten that left leg and shake it out. And let's take the right foot, step it over the left leg. Left toes point to the ceiling. Hug that leg with the left arm, and right hand can rest behind. Lengthen tall. Turn in thirds. Exhale, lowest ribs turn first. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, mid-ribs turn. Inhale, lengthen. Then as you exhale, shoulders turn. Head receives the twist to gaze somewhere toward your right shoulder. Nice deep breaths. And on your next inhalation, let yourself gently unwind. Straighten your legs and shake it out. Let's move into Upavista Konasana, wide leg forward fold. So, thighs press down, calves press down, toes point up. Fold at your hip crease. Now your options, walk your hands between your legs or down your legs. And just surrender to the forward fold. Chin is in neutral. Back has its neutral, natural curves. Nice deep breaths. Knees softly bent. Navel pulling back toward the lower back, stabilizing your lower body. Nice deep breaths. Then on an inhalation, head and shoulders come up. And let's come onto our backs. And we're going to do a few bridge poses, Setu Bandhas. So walk your feet in so that your heels are directly beneath your knees. Bring your arms to rest right outside your torso. Point your fingers to the ceiling, palms will face each other. So we're going to start our back bending pose from our upper back, so let your heart gently float up. This brings you to a little bit more to the top of your shoulder blades. Then when you're ready, on an inhalation, press your arms, press your feet, and let your hips gently float off the earth. Now, thighs remain parallel. Tailbone is gently moving toward the backs of your knees. And actually, think about your sternum or your heart floating toward the ceiling. And try to keep your chin in neutral. Continue to breathe. Nice deep breaths. Then on an exhalation, lower back to the mat with control. And I suggest that you come down with a neutral spine. Some instructors will tell you to roll down one vertebrae at a time, but do what feels best for you. So let's come back up into another bridge pose. So when you're ready, float your heart, press your arms, press your feet, let your hips float off the earth. Thighs are parallel, lower back is long, tailbone is gently moving toward the backs of your knees. Chin stays in neutral. Continue to breathe. And on an exhalation, lower with control. Once you arrive, rest, take a nice deep breath. And we're going to come up into one more bridge pose. So when you're ready, float your heart. Press your arms, press your feet, let your hips float off the earth. And check that your chin is in neutral. The back of your neck will probably not be on the earth. Continue to breathe. And on an exhalation, lower back and take a nice deep breath. Now bring your feet off the mat. We're going to do a few apansanas. So inhale, as you exhale, hug your knees toward your chest. As you inhale, take your knees back out over your hips. So just move with your breath as you exhale, hug them in. As you inhale, take them away. One more time. And release your feet to the mat and bring your arms out into T position with the backs of your hands on the floor. We're going to come into crocodile twist. So you're going to shift your hips a few inches to the right. Straighten your left leg. Bring the right foot to rest over the left knee, but no pressure on your kneecap. And take your left hand somewhere to the outer edge of the right leg. Focus on your right shoulder. Keep it on the mat. Inhale. As you exhale, roll on to the left hip. Let the left foot rest on the floor. And you have some options. You can gaze at the ceiling. You can turn your head to look left, or you can turn your head to look right. If you're looking out over your right arm, that is the maximum twist of your spine. Just continue to breathe. If you've turned your head, turn to look at the ceiling. On an inhalation, roll onto your back. Place that right foot on the mat, bend up the left. Now bring your hips back in line with your shoulders. Take a breath here. And then when you're ready, shift your hips a little to the left. Straighten your right leg. Bring the left foot to rest on top of the right knee and take the right hand to the outer edge of that leg. Focus on your left shoulder this time. Inhale. As you exhale, roll over onto the right hip. Let the right foot rest on the earth. Gaze at the ceiling, look right, or if you'd like, turn your head to look out over the left arm. Continue to breathe. And if you've turned your head, turn to look up. Inhale, roll onto your back. Place that left foot on the mat, bend up the right, center your hips. And let's move into tiny little package. So hug your knees towards your chest. And if you have a knee issue, of course, grasp behind your knees. If no problems with the knees, interlace over your shins. And you can rock side to side or forward to back. Try not to rock onto your neck. But if it feels better just to hug them in at this point, do that. Then If you're rocking, bring your knees into stillness, flex your feet, point your toes to the ceiling, and when you're ready, on an exhalation, gently lift your nose toward your knees. Continue to breathe. Then release your head, release your feet, and it is time for Shavasana. So I'll allow you to move into your Shavasana, stay there for 5, 7, 10 minutes, whatever works for you. And just remember, breathe and do self-care. Thanks for joining me.